Hi guys and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing an Instagram Q&A. So you guys have been sending in your questions on Instagram and I've chose 10 from random. And don't forget, if you do want to get involved in these kind of videos in the future, be sure to follow Jumps Arnie on Instagram. But we'll get straight into it. Like I say, I've chose 10 questions from random. So let's get straight into it. So question number 1 from Alfie.Hughes.02. He asks, where did the name Jumps Arnie actually come from? So this is a question I have answered quite a few times, a good 2 or 3 times since I started YouTube, but a lot of people seem to like that question. So, you know, obviously we get new subscribers in all the time who might not know. I've answered it on different people's videos who I've linked up with and answered different questions. But basically all it is when I used to play different video games with like family and stuff like that, say for example I was playing Pokemon or a game where you have to name your character, I'd always name it something really stupid and immature and something that I would think would just sound really funny in game, you know, like just really immature stuff, tits mainly, stuff like that, arsehole, just little immature stuff, massive you know, just being silly. But yeah, well, one day it did, I just named a character. I think I was playing Pokemon with my cousin, and at the beginning of the game I named it Jamsarny or Jambutty. It was something along those lines, and I just found it hilarious to see within the context of the game just other characters calling my character Jamsarny and Jambutty, and then Jamsarny just stuck, and then I was naming characters for every game I would play. It was just always Jamsarny. So when it comes to making the YouTube channel, I thought, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing with YouTube anyway, and I just called it Jumps Arnie, and it's just gone from there. So that's basically the story. As daft as it is, that's why the channel's called Jumps Arnie. It's stupid. Question number 2 comes from Sund_Erland_News_. If you could have Sunderland play any team that isn't English, who would it be? Now, I think the more glamorous tie I would like to see is probably Real Madrid at the stage of my life. I think that'd be pretty cool. But then at the same time, Barcelona, to see like a Messi, you know, the signed Griezmann now at the stage of my life, you know, I think it'd just be class. It'd be a really class night if it was obviously a night game. But I think under the lights against someone like Barca, that'd be a class game to watch. So I'd probably go for Barcelona. I think that'd be amazing. Question number 3 is from _Simo. He asks, how many games are you going to this season? Now, I'm not too sure, but hopefully more than last season. I've been gradually getting to more and more games every season now. Of course, living in Blackpool and my work schedule away from YouTube anyway, a lot of the time it does land on a match day, or I'll be finishing a shift too close to, you know, kick-off time, so I might finish a shift an hour before kick-off, and of course I'm 2 or 3 hours away from Sunderland, so it's impossible for me to get there. But I'm going to try and get to more, as many as I can. Last season I got to around 8, 9 or 10, it was something like that. I was a lot more than usual, which doesn't sound like much, but when you live in Blackpool and do my work schedule, getting from like 8 to 10 games, that's actually quite a lot. But this season, of course, the SAFC Lancashire branch are doing coaches up there, so every time I'm available, basically, I'm going to go up, well, as much as I humanly can. So I'm hoping to get a lot more games this year. Well, I say a lot, it all obviously depends on work schedule and stuff like that, but whenever I'm available, I will more than likely be there. Question number 4, Jay Collinson 91 asks, have you ever considered bringing any of your family members to any Sunderland games? Well, yes, I mean, I have took like Taylor, also known as the Bush, my brother, my younger brother. I brought him to Sunderland games before, and he's enjoyed them. But of course, he supports Manchester United, so you know he has no real interest in Sunderland. And a lot of my family do support United. Some support Man City. So to go from that level to Sunderland, it's not massively appealing to them, as I'm sure you could understand. But yeah, there's no one else who I'd really bring. Maybe bring a mate with me, but my mates and that it's all like United or Liverpool as well. So I'm the only team. I'm the only lad who supports a League One team, and I don't think many of my mates would like to drop from the Prem to League One to watch a game of football. But we'll have to see in the future, mate, and see how that goes. But question number 5, Lauren._.xox asks, did Luke get out of your basement? Referring to Luke ONeill. I mean, if you follow me on social media, you know that I have this sort of running joke that I do keep Luke ONeill in my basement because I love him. I've let him out. I've let him out temporarily just for pre-season. But when you know he's got his days off and he's not training, he will be coming straight back to my basement because I do have ownership over the lad. So yeah, it just sounds so creepy, doesn't it? But yeah, he's getting in my basement. Question number 6, IX_Manoni_ when will you move up here? Meaning Sunderland. That has always been sort of a dream and a goal, and it's something that I would love to be able to do at least, you know, even if it's not permanent, but I would love to live in Sunderland, up in Sunderland. I always wanted to do that. It is just a case of, you know, finances, saving up money to make the move, because it's a big move, it's a big step, and to do that, a few things would have to be in place that aren't quite in place right now, but it's definitely something I have considered, particularly very recently. I've been seriously considering it. It is just a case of, you know, it's just finance really, I guess, and sorting a lot of stuff out before I can even properly, seriously consider it, you know, seriously, really. But yes, so we'll have to see it in the future, hopefully. Like I say, even if it isn't necessarily permanent. I suppose a lot depends on how successful the channel is as well. I think if the channel grew quite considerably, Sunderland would definitely be the best place for me anyway. But as of right now, it's just a dream, basically, right now. But next question number 7 is by red_and_white_army. If you signed for one professional football club and it wasn't Sunderland, who would it be and why? I think the obvious answer to that one would be Dalian Yafang. Chinese club, you know, rich history. Always admired them. Rich history. Question number 8 comes from Disco_Shootout. Disco_Shootout. He happens to be one of my Patreon members. If you are interested in becoming one, then the link is in the description. I'll just plug that now that he has asked the question. But he does ask, I now have 2 SAFC shirts with Ozturk's name on them. Should I get a 3rd and 4th in this season's colours? Absolutely, mate. Ozturk is a god. Silly question. Get Ozturk on the back, mate. Get it done, lad. Let's just hope he doesn't leave, because otherwise he'll be in a sticky position, won't you, mate? But maybe hold off until the transfer window closes and then get Ozturk's name on the back. But you've got my support, mate. Definitely go for it. Question number 9 is by Ben Paget. He asks, which team are you genuinely afraid of this season in League One? It will probably be Ipswich. I think Ipswich are definitely the team I'm least looking forward to playing against. Of course, it'll be a good test for our lot to see how far we've come. But I think Ipswich will be the team that we truly do struggle against this year. They're definitely the strongest, I would say, or our biggest competitor, our biggest rival in this league. I mean, we obviously do have some other close rivals with like Pompey, Rotherham. There is going to be some really strong teams, but for me, I think Ipswich stands out from the bunch. So yeah, probably Ipswich I'll go for. Now the final question is from Lloyd_Fromson. He asks, what's your favourite console? So my favourite gaming console, it probably is the Nintendo 64. That was my first ever gaming console. And I think just for nostalgic reasons, the best games have generally come from the N64 in my memories. I've been mainly an Xbox lad for the last few years, or for several years now. I did go from N64 to PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, and then I jumped to Xbox One, and yeah, and I've been Xbox since. But yeah, I think Nintendo have brought out the best games overall. They just don't bring out enough of them. But yeah, I've got a Switch now, a Nintendo Switch, which is an absolutely excellent console. I absolutely love it. I play it all the time. But yeah, Nintendo 64 is my favourite ever console. But that is all the questions, guys. So thank you for everyone for sending them all in. That's massively appreciated. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you do want to get involved in one of these in the future, then make sure you do follow me on Instagram. And I'll probably do these sort of just every now and then, and just see what you guys want to ask. So that is it, guys. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It would be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already, to become a fully fledged member of the Sarnie Army. But for now, you take care and stay jammin'.